Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Saira Mujtaba with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterates government's commitment to provide shelter to all homeless people by 2022. At least 50 people feared killed in a train accident near Amritsar. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu calls upon international community for early adoption of UN Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 terrorists killed in 2 encounters in Baramula district. Vijaya Dashmi being celebrated across the country to mark the victory of good over evil. Druk Nyamrup Tshogpa or DNT to form new government in Bhutan. And in sports, Kidambi, Srikanth and Verma to clash for a berth in semi-finals of the Denmark Open Badminton Championship tonight. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reiterated government's commitment to ensure shelter for all the homeless people by 2022 when India celebrates 75 years of independence. He was speaking at a function marking the launch of several projects at Sai Mandir complex at Shirdi in Maharashtra today. Mr. Modi said,
उस पिछली सरकार ने अपने आखिरी 4 साल के वर्षों में पूरे देश में सिर्फ 25 लाख घर बनाए थे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व वाली सरकार केंद्र में आने के बाद 1 करोड़ 25 लाख घर बनाए हैं। तेज गति से काम करने वाली सरकार गरीबों को तेज गति से कैसे काम देती है, इसका ये उदाहरण है।
The Prime Minister handed over keys to 2.5 lakh Grameen beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. He interacted with some beneficiaries of the scheme. Mr. Modi said that the government is constantly trying to create an environment where the farmers will get fair price for their produce.
सरकार ने गन्ने समेत खरीफ और रबी की 21 फसलों को समर्थन मूल्य में लागत के ऊपर 50% का लाभ तय किया है। इस ऐतिहासिक फैसले से इस साल देश के किसानों को हजारों करोड़ रुपयों की अतिरिक्त आय सुनिश्चित होगी।
In Punjab, at least 50 people are feared killed this evening when a crowd celebrating Dussehra near railway tracks was run over by a train near Jaura Phatak area in Amritsar. According to initial reports, the accident took place when Ravan effigy was being burnt near the tracks. Officials said the train was coming from Jalandhar to Amritsar. They said the toll is likely to rise. Police and administration have reached the spot. Relief and rescue operation is on. The police said that the injured are being moved to a hospital. Home Minister Rajnath Singh has spoken to Home Secretary of Punjab and DGP of the state regarding the train accident. In a tweet, Mr. Singh said, the centre is ready to provide all possible assistance to the state at this hour of grief. Railways ADG Smitavat Sharma said the railways are making all-out efforts to help those injured in the incident. She said accident relief train is reaching the spot.
अमृतसर के होम सिग्नल के पास ये दुर्घटना उस समय हुई जब वहाँ दशहरा सेलिब्रेशन चल रही थी। कुछ जो लोग थे वो पटरी पे आ गए और डीएमयू ट्रेन की चपेट में आ गए हैं। रेलवे अपनी तरफ से इस हादसे में जो भी लोग इंजर्ड हुए हैं उनकी पूरी से पूरी मदद करने की कोशिश कर रही है। एक्सीडेंट रिलीफ ट्रेन, एक्सीडेंट मेडिकल वैन मौके पे पहुंच रही है। चेयरमैन रेलवे बोर्ड भी रात को ही मौके पे पहुंच जाएंगे।
Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh has announced 5 lakh rupees assistance to the kin of each deceased and all possible help for the injured. Details are awaited. President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have expressed grief over the train accident in Amritsar. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu today urged international community to work towards early adoption of the United Nations Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism. It will deny terrorists and their supporters access to arms, funds and safe havens, he said. Speaking at the first plenary session of the 12th Asia-Europe meeting or ASEM summit in Brussels, Mr. Naidu called for global response to the global challenges of terrorism, economic offences and climate change. Our correspondent covering the visit of the Vice President has filed this report.
M. Venkaiah Naidu emphasized that the significant threats to world peace and security besides dangers to financial integrity and environmental protection needed concerted action with the active participation of member countries. He said that contemporary formidable global challenges need clear vision, innovative direction and sincere commitment to action. Meanwhile, Vice President held a bilateral meeting with the Prime Minister of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, at Europa Building in Brussels. Both leaders discussed matters of mutual interest and reiterated their resolve to strengthen bilateral relations through understanding and sustained cooperation. Tariq Rathar, AIR News, Brussels.
Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today held a series of bilateral meetings with her counterparts from ASEAN nations and US Defence Secretary James Mattis in Singapore. Defence ministers from ASEAN countries and that of Australia, China, Japan, New Zealand, South Korea, Russia and the US have gathered in Singapore for the 12th ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting, ADMM, and the 5th ADMM+, which is being hosted by Singapore. Sources said India and Singapore will extend their already comprehensive bilateral defence collaboration. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 terrorists were killed today in 2 different encounters with security forces in Baramula district of Kashmir Valley. Director General of Police Dilbagh Singh said that 2 terrorists were killed this afternoon when their vehicle was asked to stop.
नाके पे चेकिंग के दौरान कुछ लोगों की जो हरकत सस्पिशियस नजर आई, जिन्होंने कार्ड पूछा, जो उनमें से लोग थे उसने पिस्टल निकाल करके शूटिंग करने की कोशिश करी पुलिस और सीआरपी वाले को, वो इमीडिएटली रिएक्शन में वहीं पर मारा गया। दूसरा फायर करता करता भागा और उसको भी चेज किया और वो भी इनकाउंटर में मारा गया।
Police said arms and ammunition were recovered from their possession. The driver of the vehicle has been arrested. Earlier, the army foiled an infiltration bid in Uri sector at the line of control in Baramula district, killing 3 terrorists in a gunfight in the wee hours. Swami Paripurnanand of the Sri Pitham, Andhra Pradesh today joined the BJP in the presence of party president Amit Shah in New Delhi. Welcoming Swami Paripurnanand into the party fold, Mr. Shah said with his induction, the BJP's base will be strengthened in southern states, particularly in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in.
पहले ये बताओ हाथ किस किसने धोया है? किसी ने नहीं? चलो तुम्हारे हाथों में जादू चलाते हैं।
सबसे पहले होता है हाँ, फिर हाथ पे नाचे, शाबाश हाथ पे होता फिर, और फिर घूम के आगे पीछे, खेलो 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 तब, और फिर चलाओ नाखूनों का, हाथ करे फिर पानी में छम 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 छम, क्योंकि साफ हाथ में ही है दम।
बच्चों, अपने हाथों को सही तरीके से साफ करो, खास करके खाने से पहले, और साफ हाथों का दम आजमाओ। साफ हाथ में दम है।
स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
Welcome back. Vijaya Dashmi or Dussehra is being celebrated across the country today. The festival is celebrated to remember Lord Ram's victory over Ravan, marking the victory of good over evil. The day also marks the culmination of Navratri and Durga Puja. President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi also witnessed the burning of effigies of Demon King Ravan, his brother Kumbhkarn and son Meghnath near the Red Fort in the national capital. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Kovind appealed to the people to ensure that the celebrations of festivals do not cause any inconvenience to others. In Himachal Pradesh, the week-long International Kullu Dussehra began today with traditional gaiety and fervour in Kullu district today. Our correspondent has the details.
Tourists and devotees from across the country and abroad have started pouring in large numbers for being a part of this famous event. Over 225 deities from far-flung areas of Kullu district have assembled at historic Dhalpur Maidan to pay obeisance to Lord Raghunath. A number of stalls have been put up by different sellers from various parts of the country to ensure security. The entire area is being monitored by CCTV and drone cameras. Documentary pathways would also be screened to aware general public about climate change and flash flood. During festival, artists from various parts of India and abroad will perform cultural evenings. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Karnataka, the 10 days Dasara festivities concluded with a grand Jambu Savari or elephant procession in Mysuru today. Here is a report from our correspondent.
The Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, along with his cabinet colleagues, performed puja to the attractively decorated bamboo pole called Nandi Dwaja in front of the majestic Mysuru Palace. The 58-year-old elephant Arjuna carried the idol of goddess Chamundeshwari in a 750 kg golden howdah in front of the imposing Mysuru Palace, from where the grand procession began in the evening today. Governor Vajpayee Wala and other dignitaries were present during the torchlight parade held at Banni Mandap. Spectacular fireworks at the end of the day signal the culmination of 10 days Dasara festival in Mysuru. R. Murthy, AR News, Bengaluru.
In Punjab, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or PMAY is changing the lives of people by fulfilling the long-awaited dream of owning a house. The scheme was launched by the centre in 2015 with an aim to provide affordable housing to the poor. Here is a ground report from our Chandigarh correspondent.
In Punjab, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is running successfully. Under this scheme in Sri Muktsar Sahib district, 8,779 people are getting benefits of this scheme. The families have been provided 1,20,000 rupees in 3 installments under the scheme to construct their houses. The residents of village Madmallu, Dilip Singh said the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has helped them to get rid of their miseries.
Earlier, our house was in very bad condition. It was kacha. In first installment under the scheme, we got 30,000 rupees. In second, 72,000 rupees. Now I will get third installment. Then I will get the house plastered.
Like all beneficiaries, a woman beneficiary, Gurdev Kaur, said the schemes had made a dream come true. He said,
earlier we had a kacha house. We used to face trouble during rains. Now we made it pakka through Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Under the scheme, we got 30,000 rupees in the first installment and then we got 72,000 rupees. We thank the government who made our house from kacha to pakka.
The central scheme is benefiting both rural as well as urban people in this state. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, AIR News, Chandigarh.
The Druk Nyamrup Tshogpa or DNT will form the new government in Bhutan. The party has won 30 seats in the 47-member National Assembly, the lower house of parliament. The Druk Nyamrup Tshogpa DPT secured 17 seats. The Election Commission of Bhutan has formally announced the results of parliamentary election. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation today with President of DNT, Dr. Lothe Tshering, and congratulated him on his party's victory. India today said it is in regular contact with the Chinese side for further updates about a landslide blocking the mainstream of Yarlung Zangbo or Brahmaputra River in the Tibet Autonomous Region. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said this in response to media queries. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange slumped 464 points to close at 34,316. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange plummeted 150 points to 10,304. In badminton, Kidambi, Srikanth and Verma will be up against each other for a place in the semi-finals of the Denmark Open at Odense this evening. Srikanth, Saina Nehwal and 2 other Indian shuttlers advanced to the quarter-finals yesterday. World Wrestling Championship is beginning in Budapest, Hungary tomorrow. Asian Games gold medalist Bajrang Punia will be India's best bet for a medal as the 30-member team seeks a strong performance in the flagship event. He will be a force to reckon with in the 65 kg category. Ritu Phogat will represent women's 50 kg challenge. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterates government's commitment to provide shelter to all homeless people by 2022. At least 50 people feared killed in a train accident near Amritsar. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu calls upon the international community for early adoption of UN Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 terrorists killed in 2 encounters in Baramula district. Vijaya Dashmi being celebrated across the country to mark the victory of good over evil. Druk Nyamrup Tshogpa, DNT, to form new government in Bhutan. And in sports, Kidambi, Srikanth and Verma to clash for a berth in semi-finals of the Denmark Open Badminton Championship tonight. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. That's all in the news at 9. Good night.